From calorie count to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all the differences between Skittles in the UK and the US. This is Food Wars. In the UK, Skittles come in the following sizes. Firstly, we have these 18-gram fun-size pouches. Then we have these 45-gram bags. Then we have a 125-gram bag of Skittles. Next up is what I think is the most common size, a 152-gram bag. Then we have this one, a 350-gram more to share bag. Then we have our largest size, which is this one, a 1 kilogram big size share bag.
And in the US, our Skittles come in these sizes. First one, the fun size, 10 grams. We got the 61.5 gram bag. Next size, 99-gram box. Yeah, the movie theater pack. Yeah, the share size, 113.4 grams. First of the resealable bags, 204.1 grams. This is the grab and go, 255.1 grams. Next bag up, the sharing size, 442.3 grams. The family size, 779.6 grams. Hey, good enough for the Egyptians, good enough for us. Pyramids, check them out. This is the party pouch, 1.4 kilograms. Have you noticed how good I am at pouring these Skittles? Can this be a job? Forget if I'm getting cocky, but I haven't spilled one. The biggest size, the jar, 1.53 kilograms.
Now for Food Wars and general consumer purposes, the 1 kilogram bag is our largest size. However, I did want to point out this one. A 1.6 kilogram bulk bag. I was able to find one of these online without too much hassle. I think they are more aimed at like vending machine refills rather than consumers. But yeah, you are able to get 1.6 kilograms of Skittles if you are a massive Skittles fan in the UK. We also wanted to check how many Skittles you're getting in each country and also if there is even colour distribution. So Joe has asked me to count all of the Skittles in a 1 kilogram pouch, and we're also going to sort them into colours to see how many you get. What colour order makes the most sense in your head?
The rainbow actually has order of colors?
To me, it's a bit of a Roy Gabiv vibe.
More of a CMYK guy.
Harry sorts Skittles and asks you about your day. ASMR.
Whoops. Oh God, they're all like running around like they have personalities.
Just keep seeing the yellow and purple color combination and thinking of Waluigi.
All right.
Okay, I've now sorted them by color. It was satisfying, but it did take ages. Now we have to count them all.
So now we gotta count these, and I am not spending all day counting these. So,
2, 4.
I figure out how much 10 Skittles weigh. Jot that down. Step 2, weigh each cup, obviously subtracting the weight of the cup, and then take the weight of each cup, divide by 10.
6, 8.
3, 4.
After far too long spent sorting and counting these, we have our final totals.
I feel like we learned something, but I don't know exactly what.
What have we learned from that? Do not do that at home. It's an enormous waste of time.
We did some science today, and that is the most important thing.
Now, while Skittles look the same in both the US and the UK, the flavors are actually different. For example, in the UK, purple Skittles are flavored with blackcurrant.
Whereas in the US, our purple Skittle is grape flavored. Back in the early 20th century, the US government made it illegal to grow black currants because it was spreading a wood-destroying disease. Now, the ban has since been lifted, but black currants never really became popular as a flavor here. Certainly not as popular as grapes.
When it comes to tropical Skittles in the UK, the colors and flavors are as follows: pineapple, orange, fruit punch, watermelon, and passion fruit.
In the US, our tropical Skittles flavors are strawberry starfruit, which is pink, mango tangelo, which is orange, yellow is banana berry. We don't have a purple one, so we have a green one, it's kiwi lime, and last here is pineapple passion fruit, which is blue.
The Skittle flavour controversies continue with our wild berry Skittles in the UK, A, because they contain cherry, which is very much not a berry, and also B, because the colours are all over the place. We have cherry in the purple one, apple and blackberry with the green one, blueberry is the light blue one, raspberry is the pink one, and then strawberry and kiwi for the red.
Our US wild berry flavors are kind of close to that of the UK's, and we too have a non-berry cherry. They even added wild onto the title, but I'm not buying it. Berry punch, the raspberry, which is blue, I don't know why. Wild cherry, which is not a berry. Green guy is melon berry, and the pink one at the end here is strawberry.
Now, if I had anything to say about this, I think I'd mix the colors up as well. I think in my mind, blue raspberry would make more sense than the current blue, which is blueberry. I think blueberry would make more sense as the purple one, because as we all know, blueberry isn't actually that blue, it is more of a purple color. And then I'd probably put pink as the cherry one.
Full flavor lineup. Oh!
And of course, we have Skittles Crazy Sours. In the UK, our sour Skittles are flavored and colored as follows. We have sour cherry as the purple one, we have sour green apple as the green one, sour pineapple as the yellow one, sour raspberry as the pink one, and sour mandarin as the orange one.
In the US, Skittles sour flavors are also different. So purple is grape. This one says the original lime up, so I'm assuming green is now lime. Yellow is lemon. Red, strawberry, and orange.
Do you think they're as crazy sour as the packaging suggests?
Let's go. Oh, sour. Ugh.
A very sane level of sour, unfortunately.
We reached out to Skittles to ask them about their flavor choices, and they mentioned they had a variety of methods of picking flavors. One of which is something called social listening, which I assume means checking social media. And due to popular complaints on social media, the green Skittle was changed back to lime after 10-ish years of being green apple.
With all this talk about flavors, it's worth pointing out that some people claim that all Skittles might actually taste the same.
In an interview with NPR, neuropsychologist Don Katz, who specializes in taste, said, quote, "It is cheaper to make things smell and look different than it is to make them actually taste different, ... So, Skittles have different fragrances and different colors, but they taste exactly the same."
This shouldn't come as too much of a surprise to you, because if you've been stuffed up with a cold or with allergies, you might know that without your sense of smell, food can seem rather tasteless.
That's because our sense of smell is responsible for a large percentage of what we taste. General flavors like salty, bitter, sweet, sour, those can be detected without smell. However, more complex flavors, such as fruit, require both taste and smell to be recognized.
Okay, Joe, I'm curious. Let me see how many of these original Skittles I can identify correctly without my sense of sight or smell.
So now, with the assistance of Yuli or Joe, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And can someone please place 5 Skittles in front of me? And I will see if I can determine. Mask goes over the nose. Let's see if I can determine the flavor. Ready?
Is that fresh mask?
No. I mean, it's my mouth and my face.
That's true. I don't want you to be like,
Yuli. What is going on with my breath and my mouth and I'm getting pink eye?
What if they're all yellow?
Oh my God. You sicko.
Joe, you gonna try trick me by repeating flavors?
So I blindfolded myself. Charlie has set 5 Skittles in front of me. I don't know which colors they are. I'm gonna hold my nose as well, eat them, and try and identify them.
First one. Orange?
All right, wish me luck. I really can't taste much. That's tough, wow.
I'm literally just guessing. I'm gonna go purple. I have no idea.
All right, I need another one to compare. That is making it way, way harder. I think I got some like more berry vibes from the second one. I think the first one was a bit more sour, so it was either maybe like an orange or lemon.
I can't taste anything red.
That one I don't have a clue about.
Lemon, yellow, last one. Red.
This is way tougher than I thought it would have been. I'm gonna go with like orange, strawberry, lemon, green, and just blackcurrant maybe? 3 out of 5.
How'd I do? You got all of them wrong. I couldn't taste anything. You guys want to try?
That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
I honestly think if I just saw it and still plugged it, I'd be like, yeah, I got it, orange.
Sight, however, does not always play a significant role in identifying flavors. In June 2016, Skittles released a limited edition all-white version of their product in order to celebrate London Pride. They've carried on doing this ever since, stating on the packaging that during Pride only one rainbow matters. So they ditched the rainbow in order to honor Pride Month, which is a nice gesture on paper. However,
apparently, some people took this to mean white pride and went on Twitter and voiced said observation.
The good news is that despite that, most people did still appreciate the gesture, so they have carried on doing it. If they're all the same color, how do you know which Skittle you're getting? It's actually way harder to be like certain.
They have like a fruit flavor to them, but they don't taste like that fruity. I was almost like, wait, did they also like omit the flavor? So now because I can't see the color, I'm not quite sure what flavor it is.
Here are all the Skittles products you'll find in the UK that you won't find in the US.
Here are all the exclusive US Skittle flavors you cannot get in the UK.
We'll start from this end and work our way along. So in the UK, we can get Skittles Giants. Now, apparently these are Skittles which are 3 times the size of regular Skittles. They do look pretty beefy, I will say. They are similar to the regular UK Skittles in that they still have the hard shell and they are the same flavors as the normal ones. However, apparently they have a softer inside as well. My issue with this is they do have a softer inside. However, it reminds me very much of chewing gum. So everything in my brain is now screaming at me to not swallow this. I don't think I like that. If for whatever reason you don't like the crispy shell on your Skittles, then we've got you covered because in the UK, you can get Skittles Chewies, which are Skittles without a shell. Something about these just looks a little bit off-putting to me. It just kind of looks like little balls of wax. And again, something in your brain kind of screams at you and says, please do not eat this candle. The flavor doesn't come through as strongly as it does from a regular Skittle for some reason. I feel like they must have to coat them in something to prevent them from all just clumping together in the bag. There's something kind of slimy going on the tongue right now, which I am not a fan of. I'm disappointed, I'm unimpressed.
This one, I mean, is this really a flavor? It is the wild berry and tropical mix flavor mashups. If there's ever been a lazier exclusive. Take the two things we already have, stick them in a bag. Next up, we got Shriekers, Yuli. Beware if you dare, Shriekers. Some are so sour they'll make you shriek. Okay. What? Are you shrieking? Like, is it so sour you can't it can't be you're not sure. No one has shrieked once. So these expired in May. We have the America mix. No one is more patriotic than I. I bleed red, white, and blue, mostly red. But this feels a little condescending because it looks like they just put the flag on. Like, what's the America mix? 5 flavors, 3 colors. Oh, these are stale. Yeah, they might have done this like several years ago. Last exclusive flavor we have, Brightside Skittles. Remember that song, Mr. Brightside? Wee-oo, I look just like Mr. Brightside. I love the Black Keys. But it's kiwi banana, watermelon, paradise punch, tangerine, and pink lemonade. That sounds a lot like the tropical mix, doesn't it? These are dusty compared to a seemingly much fresher USA one. I should have Googled how old these are. It does. These taste like shampoo.
Our next UK exclusive is Squishy Clouds. It's another product from Skittles in which they have kind of ditched the shell and gone for a more soft, chewy approach. In the UK, these come in both the standard flavors and also the Crazy Sours flavors. I don't know what I was expecting, but we have these kind of very soft, pillowy, I guess, Skittles? It feels weird to call this a Skittle, but I prefer these to the other two that I've just tried. So as you can see, the sour version has this kind of like granulated sugar exterior, whereas the classic version does not.
Skittles gummies, okay. First glance, it feels like they're taking away the Skittliness of it. I mean, they're making just round gummies now. What's the difference between Skittle gummies and like other food-flavored gummies? And how much does the shape affect the taste? Look how many greens I pulled out in one pinch. Yep. I'm a sucker for gummy. I don't know why, I love gummy stuff. These aren't very good. I know gummy snacks are maybe the most unnatural delivery system for flavors, but these taste woefully manufactured. Why are my gummies sweaty? Skittles, I think I got a little more to learn about gummy manufacturing because these are not. My boys in Sweden are still kicking your butts with their fish. Sorry.
Then we're on to the final UK exclusive, which is this, Skittles Sticks Ice Cream Bars. The back of the packet describes them as fruity flavored ice cream with a secret sugar pearl center. Should I just bite into the whole thing? Yeah. I feel like all of these are different flavors of ice cream, and one of them I'm not enjoying, and I can't quite tell which one it is.
Skittles Freezer Pops. These have been sitting in my freezer for a month. I'm thrilled to get rid of them. Orange, because it's on the side here. Every summer at the pool, just trying to get this thing open. Just sitting there. Take me back, baby. Those can stay in the past. Last but not least, these guys, singles to go. Little powder drinks, make some juice. Well, it's not real juice, right? So you got these little flavor pouches. That's really funny. They didn't even bother with lemon. They're like, who cares? A little green apple juice? Who doesn't love a little green apple juice? Oh, that's fun. Yeah, very natural looking. This is meant to be like put in a water bottle. Uh-oh, it definitely has a strong odor. Finally, they did it. All the delicious flavor of green apple candy in your water. These are terrible. You have to be wondering the same thing that I'm wondering. I would 100% have done this when I was a kid. The second I see this, if I can put them all in one, I'm gonna chug it. Oh, it's turning like a brownie barf color. You see that? This right here is called Taste in the Rainbow. Drink the rainbow. One more sip. Like a fine wine. You can also get kosher Skittles and Skittles gum.
Original Skittles in the UK contain the following.
Original Skittles in the US contain
Artificial colours like red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6 and blue 1 are restricted in the UK because studies have linked them to hyperactivity and attention deficit in children. Food and drink containing these things in the UK have to bear a warning label about these potential adverse effects, which means that most manufacturers will simply avoid using them.
But not here. Also, one chemical you won't be eating in the EU anytime soon is titanium dioxide. The European Food Safety Authority found it could no longer be considered safe when used as a food additive. Specifically, the panel concluded that titanium dioxide particles have the potential to induce DNA strand breaks and chromosomal damage. What? Just feel my particles just...
Breaking news coming to you live from the Food Wars news desk. Shortly after we recorded this episode, Mars Inc. was actually hit by a class action lawsuit in the US. The suit alleges that Skittles are unfit for human consumption due to the presence of titanium dioxide. The suit points to the EFSA ruling, as well as the fact that Mars themselves had committed to removing artificial colours from their products back in 2016, a promise they've since backtracked on. Mars isn't backing down just yet, telling the New York Times that its use of titanium dioxide is in compliance with the strict quality and safety requirements established by food safety regulators, including the FDA. We'll have to wait and see how the trial unfolds to see if there's any bearing on food safety laws around titanium dioxide in the US and potentially even the UK. In slightly better news, standard Skittles do not contain any animal-derived gelatin, so they are suitable for vegans. In the UK, a 45-gram bag of Skittles contains 179 calories.
This entire bag is 250 calories, so...
We're going to quickly count these out and figure out the calorie count per Skittle.
How many Skittles in a bag?
52. By my count, a 45-gram bag in the UK contained around 52 Skittles. That means that the calorie count per Skittle is 3.44.
That's 4.24 calories per Skittle.
As for sugar content, this tiny bag contains 66.4% of your recommended daily allowance. That seems like a lot.
Gotta go bigger in the US, ours is 90%.
In the US, they have bright side Skittles for when you're coming out of your cage and you've been doing just fine.
You know, you, siblings, folks, going to town in a bag of Skittles, just sitting around a table eating in silence.